Good evening, everyone. Today we're going to talk about China's blockchain playbook. While Elon Musk is tweeting about Dogecoin and China just deployed a $54.5 billion blockchain infrastructure that processes transactions faster than Visa. And the consensus protocol that they're using, you may not have heard of it before. This isn't a crypto hype. This is a state-backed technological arms race that most people have no idea it's happening. Let me show you what they're working on. Again, here is a $54.5 billion blueprint that not many people are discussing. While the Western nations may be arguing about regulating Bitcoin, China embedded blockchain into their 5-year plans. In January of 2025, they unveiled a $54.5 billion national roadmap with specific funding, performance targets, institutional responsibilities. This isn't venture capital speculation, it's a coordinated state infrastructure. China didn't just invest in blockchain, they wove it into their national 5-year plans. It's kind of like the US made blockchain a critical as highway infrastructure. The Ministry of Science and Technology isn't just steering policy. State-owned giants like China Mobile, China UnionPay, and State Grid are actively integrating blockchain into telecommunications, finance, and energy infrastructure. They're also training 500,000 blockchain professionals through the National Blockchain Technology Innovation Center in Beijing. Here's the aha moment. This isn't a company launching a blockchain. This is an entire nation treating blockchain like roads, power grids, and telecommunications with a budget to match. The scale is unprecedented. They're training many professionals, and this reveals a multi decade strategy, not a trend. I want to talk quickly about the BSN. The blockchain based service network, it actually launched in 2020. It's a low cost, standardized platform for deploying blockchain applications globally. By early 2025, the BSN operates nodes in over 20 countries, serving as a foundational infrastructure for smart cities, trade ecosystems, and digital identity systems as well. You can think of the BSN as blockchain infrastructure as a service, but it's state backed. It's led by Red Date Technology with China Mobile, China UnionPay, and state information centers as partners. The BSN isn't decentralized like Ethereum, it's permissioned, known validators, mandatory real name registration, and get this, the state can roll back or shut down transactions. Now, with nodes in over 20 countries, it's literally exporting blockchain with Chinese characteristics globally. Smart cities in Southeast Asia are running the BSN. Cross border trade platforms, digital identity systems, the works. Here's a contrarian take on that. The BSN fundamentally contradicts Western blockchain ideals of decentralization and censorship resistance. Its blockchain is basically a tool of state control, not liberation per se, and it's spreading globally. This is about governance models, not just technology. Let's talk briefly about the AntChain. It tokenizes 8.4 billion in energy assets. The Ant Group's enterprise arm, Ant Digital Technologies, is quietly connecting over 8.4 billion worth of Chinese infrastructure, energy infrastructure that is, to the AntChain blockchain. They're migrating 15 million renewable energy devices, so wind turbines, solar panels, uploading real time data to create a tokenized investment product. So, while crypto Twitter is arguing about meme coins, the Ant Group is tokenizing real infrastructure. Here's the genius part about this: IoT sensors on each device relay power output and health status to the Ant chain. Each token represents a fractional claim on the asset's cash flow. When electricity is sold, token holders get their cut. It's verified on chain, it's immutable and transparent. They're already raising some $42 million through, I think, three or four clean energy projects using tokenized assets. And they're exploring listing these tokens on offshore decentralized exchanges. But AntChain isn't only the major player with unique consensus tech. So this isn't theoretical tokenization. It's operational infrastructure that's generating revenue with IoT integration, providing trustless verification. The Ant Group is proving that blockchain's utility beyond speculation, connecting physical infrastructure to digital finance at a massive scale. Let's talk briefly about VeChain's Proof of Authority 2.0. This is an enterprise grade blockchain. VeChain implements Proof of Authority consensus, a system where known vetted validators replace anonymous miners. In 2023, they upgraded to Proof of Authority 2.0. Now, this combines two different consensus methods: Byzantine fault tolerance and the Nakamoto consensus for finality and security. It's designed for enterprise supply chain applications where accountability matters more than anonymity. VeChain took a different approach. Instead of anonymous miners competing, they used known validators verified by the VeChain Foundation. The proof of authority, it's low energy. They call it the world's greenest consensus mechanism. It provides block finality, meaning transactions are truly confirmed and cannot be reversed. Why does this matter? For enterprises tracking supply chain, luxury goods, pharmaceuticals, and food safety, they need those known actors with reputations on the line. Anonymous validators don't work when regulators come asking. Now, all this blockchain infrastructure is building towards China's ultimate financial weapon. Here's a key insight: enterprise versus retail mindset. Proof of Authority 2.0 reveals China's blockchain philosophy: accountability over anonymity, efficiency over decentralization. It's blockchain as a enterprise software, not rebellion against financial system. This approach attracts institutional adoption the West struggles to achieve. Let's talk briefly about the digital yuan. China's digital yuan is now the largest central bank digital currency pilot globally. By June of 2024, transaction volumes hit 7 trillion. That's nearly 4x the previous year. In September of 2025, China launched an international operations center in Shanghai to handle cross border transactions and blockchain infrastructure for the yuan. The digital yuan isn't coming, it's already here. 7 trillion in transactions. In September of 2025, they launched the International Operations Center in Shanghai. This isn't just domestic payments, it's building cross border blockchain infrastructure to challenge SWIFT. And here's the strategic play it integrates with the M-Bridge project, connecting central banks from China, Hong Kong, UAE, Thailand, and Saudi Arabia. They're building an alternative global payment system, bypassing the dollar entirely. All this is supercharged by China's advance in two other technologies. Here's, here's an insight the monetary sovereignty play as well. It's not just about domestic efficiency, it's about reducing dependence on dollar denominated systems and avoiding financial containment like sanctions, SWIFT exclusions. Blockchain is like a geopolitical infrastructure. China Telecom is integrating AI with 5G advanced networks and blockchain to create a ubiquitous intelligence. By combining privacy preserving computation and blockchain technologies, they've built a secure data exchange system that enables real time AI driven decision making across smart cities, autonomous vehicles, and industrial IoT. IoT stands for Internet of Things. This convergence creates network effects that amplify each technology's capabilities. Here's where it gets a little scary. China isn't just building blockchain, they're fusing it with AI and 5G advanced networks. China Telecom built something called an AI flow. It combines privacy preserving computation with blockchain to enable secure data exchange at 5G speeds. Imagine autonomous vehicles making split second decisions verified on chain, or a smart factory coordinating production of an AI optimized blockchain logistics. And get this by 2030, this AI 5G blockchain convergence is expected to drive the primary digital transformation spending for enterprises across Asia Pacific. But how dominant is China in these technologies? The patent numbers will blow your mind. Here's a key insight as well. While the West is treating AI, 5G, and blockchain as separate innovations, China is building integrated systems where each technology amplifies the others. This creates a compound advantage in smart cities, Industry 4.0, and autonomous systems. Let's talk about the AI patent play. According to reports released in 2025, the World Internet Conference, China now holds 60% of global AI patents and 40% of all 6G patents applications worldwide. This patent dominance reveals where China is placing its long term technological bets, and blockchain sits at the intersection of both. So, in 6G, the next generation of wireless that makes 5G look really slow, they hold 40% of the global patent applications. They're not catching up, they are leading. And here's the connection that most analysts miss these patents cover AI enhanced consensus methods, blockchain integrated 6G networks, privacy preserving distributed ledgers. China is betting that the future of blockchain requires AI and next gen connectivity, and they're securing the intellectual property today. Let's talk briefly about the tree graph. Conflux Network's tree graph consensus method is China's answer to blockchain's scalability problem. Unlike Bitcoin's linear chain, tree graph processes blocks in parallel, achieving 3,000 to 6,000 transactions per second currently. This is the only regulatory compliant public blockchain in China. Now, Bitcoin processes what, 7 transactions per second? I think Ethereum does maybe 40. You put a layer 2 on it, it can get faster. Conflux's tree graph processes 6,000. So here's a little bit about how it works. Instead of blocks forming a linear chain, they form a interconnected web, a directed acyclic graph. I think similar to maybe Hedera's blockchain. Each new block can refer to multiple previous blocks through parent edges and reference nodes. This parallel processing turns blockchain scalability nightmare into a sequencing equation. The Shanghai government was so impressed they gave Conflux Tree Graph Research Institute a $5 million grant. And this technology is operational. It's handling real world use cases currently as we speak. Speaking of operational, let's talk about one of the biggest enterprise blockchain play in China, and that's the Ant blockchain as well as the VeChain blockchain. I hope you all enjoyed this session. I look forward to speaking with you next time. Thank you again.